I was talking about Luka Doncic's Dallas Mavericks, but then it's not Luka's anymore. And guess what? The Dallas Mavericks are still, and I mean still, trying to do their best to rebuild from such an insane move as moving your 24 at the time all-time superstar, scoring superstar, one of the greatest scorers we've seen in a long time in Luka Doncic, trying to mend the wounds of your fans, trying to set yourself up to at least get a bounce back season. And let me tell you, y'all did look like y'all were up to something, but no, baby, y'all gonna be out for a little bit. And guess what? I like the fact that they have I enjoy that there's so many ways that this roster can go from here, because if they were able to look into Cooper Flag being on their squad, we'll talk about the luck about it all, but that's a whole other conversation. Injuries have been plaguing the Dallas Mavericks all through this year. Kyrie Irving has said to be not making his grand return this 2026 season, and that hurts, but I'm glad that he's able to get the rest that he needs to be able to get to the peaks of heights that he was playing at before all this mess, getting injured to try and keep this team afloat. But that was last year. We'll talk about that, but not right now. Daniel Gafford injured. Derek Lively injured. What's his name? Anthony Davis, but then again, I don't think any of us truly thought that Anthony Davis would be playing this year. He came in injured. He entered the season injured. He's going to limp out of the season injured, but that's a whole nother thing. But we have Cooper Flag that has been showing out at this moment. I think they're the 12th to 11th seed. They've been very scarce on the D'Angelo Russell minutes. There has been so many other guys that's been able to step up into the ranks to make this team show that I've been really appreciative of. And it keeps there's a high ceiling that can be met when we are talking about a team like the Dallas Mavericks. And I want to talk about Cooper Flag real quick. But I would like to say, in no way am I calling this a bad squad. Because guess what? They can still make the play-in, and they can still, honestly, keep pushing, keep working. Cooper Flag has been coming together in the point where I believe that they can get to the 6th seed. Okay, so their team is what I like. They're the type of NBA team that I truly adore, where defense is their plan. They know as long as we keep the game close, we can close this out eventually, because we just need you to continue to make the same bad mistakes that bad teams make. The reason why I built that out, let's look at some of their ratings. So they're one of those teams that value defense so much. They're 5th right now in defensive rating, right? And actually, what did I write? Okay. The Dallas Mavericks are one of those teams that I like because of, guess what? They value defense to the point where they are 5th right now in the month of January in defense. And in the whole season, they're 6th. This is a team that is going on an upswing when it comes on the defensive end. And that is important to recognize, because not only does defense win championships, they're not even looking that way, but defense will get you to the playoffs. That's all you got to do. You got to get your defense to be on the upper echelon, and then just hope that drags up the mediocre offensive game that you guys are presenting. Because guess what? They do suck on offense. Their offense seems to boil down to, Cooper, please be the superstar that we know you can be. But let's talk about Cooper real quick. I really like Cooper's game. I was one of the first folks that I was very skeptical when it came to Cooper Flag, because it did not seem like his offensive game was predicated for the league in the sense of trying to become a superstar. His offensive game seemed to be more valuing being a role player. Let me explain. He's one of those guys that can play a traditional five. He can be on the wing. He wants to make 1-2 moves at most and then get to the rim. He's one of those players that knows how to play off ball, where you need to learn how to play that position. And a lot of guys do not learn, but he seems like he has the knack to fill into space. And he recognized that he is still a huge player. He's not one of those players that shrinks back down to play to their opponent's size. He's like, okay, I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you. I know push come to shove, I could at least just get a turnaround and just lay it up. I can do one big step through and dunk the ball. I know how to use my size, and that is important. And that has been a lifesaver on the offensive end. It has been a lifesaver on the defensive end when he's been switching 1 through 5, where he's been playing the transition defense, where he's been playing against the other team's best wing and guard defender. He's been playing against the best wing and guard offensive players in the league this season, taking upon this Kawhi Leonard role that is very sought out for. It's a very Kawhi Leonard role where it's very sought out for, but it's not really utilized as much as it should be. A lot of players fall short when it comes to being able to use that type of usage on their play style. And I've been very appreciative of how Jason Kidd has been able to use Cooper Flag, because they tried the thing of throwing him into the water, let him play the one, and just like seeing what happens, where, he did flounder around. He was drowning for a little bit, but he is learning because he is a young guy. I think he just turned 19. I think he just turned 19 like a couple months ago, but beyond the point, he's been able to continue what this team. He's been able to build upon his offensive skill set as the season has gone along, and I like that. He's still going to be second in Rookie of the Year, right? He's going to be second in the. Actually, no, he's going to be fourth in the Rookie of the Year race, but that's a whole other conversation that we will get to another day.